I banged her. It was a lot of fun. She was a nice piece of ass.
If I was looking for safe, I wouldn't be sticking my dick through a wall.
I don't know if they wanted money or they wanted something more sexual.
What is happening?
We are about to embark on a fucking journey, my dude.
Did we start a new game?
Yeah.
Really?
We did.
I didn't even do anything. I just closed the old game.
I mean, we haven't started yet, but we're about to, man. This is just like the pre-menu.
Do I need to watch this?
Nah, you're gonna watch it again anyway.
Oh,
when you start it.
Well,
again.
I'm out.
What is it that we're playing, man?
I think it's pretty obvious. It's the season.
It is the season for convoluted story.
I think, well, the reason why I wanted to play and record Kingdom Hearts is because I think there's like a big discussion to be had about a game that's been in development for this long.
13 years,
13
man,
years.
since like the I think it's 13, between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, that's insanity.
So what I wanted to really look at is you have a game 13 years in the making.
Yeah.
And the question you ask yourself is, how do you create a vertical slice of what the game experience is going to be for the first level for a game that's been this long in waiting? Like, there are a lot of people who only played 1 and 2. And this is going to be the first time they play Kingdom Hearts again for like 13 years. How do you sell what the game is about? So I'm going in completely blind. Tom isn't. So I think it'd be worthwhile exercise to be like, okay, how do they sell this game? What's the vertical slice? Do you know what vertical slice is? Okay. I think this is like really useful information. So in like video game creation, there's this idea of a vertical slice, and you can imagine it as a demo that features all the major components and themes of a game. It's like the elevator pitch of a game that someone plays. So a vertical slice is you trying to effectively get across what the game is.
Okay.
And I like to imagine like games this big have to get across their themes, right, and their mechanics in like the first level to try and tell you what they're about.
Okay.
And that's what I think we should look at is how far have they leaned into the first level as a vertical slice of everything, like a microcosm of the rest of the game.
Honestly, I think they do like a pretty good job. Like, I've sunk a few hours into this previous to this recording.
Yeah.
And like, I think they do a good job. Like, to the point where they even show you how ridiculous like the story sort of like setup is.
I like we start with this, if from my perspective, totally incomprehensible connection between two characters is the first thing they do.
Yeah.
They show you like the world and they're like, oh, this magical white world and these characters. I think they're setting up that you might be confused with the story, which is either deliberate or I think unintended. Like,
dude, I like to think it's deliberate at this point. Like,
yeah, because
I think there's like 12 or 13 games in the series now, and only 3 mainline entries.
no one can agree on how many are the main.
Well, that's because like a lot of people are in debate about, do we count Kingdom Hearts X? Do we count like coded? Do we count recoded?
I think if you think about, you're a developer of this game. This is an interesting way to open up this game. Not with Sora. It's with these two strange characters talking about darkness.
Dude, get ready, man, because everyone talks about darkness all the time. Like, I feel like in an ideal world we have a darkness counter.
Just stay behind me!
Because that thing would go off the fucking charts before we're even in the
And they're
first
playing
level.
like, it's not 3D chess, it's like elevated chess. I don't know what they're doing.
Dude,
how they're gonna
I think
set up this game.
You're in for a ride, my dude.
I have a suspicion that you're going to sort of, it's going to harken back to Kingdom Hearts 1. And they're going to do an awakening scene or something, but
I think it's also worth mentioning that that cutscene we just watched
take your world,
is in engine. That's how good the game looks.
I agree. So this is feeling like 1. It feels like they decided like let's go back to 1.
Honestly,
Yeah, it's definitely feeling like the start of 1.
they have made some like solid decisions.
I don't want to get copyright struck too hard, so I'll talk over it. We're gonna see what's on the other side of this load screen. Oh, I called it.
You did, my dude.
Kingdom Hearts 1 because.
Okay.
Okay, now he's on his own stained glass.
Yes.
All right.
But wait for it, dude. This is the part right there. Look at that glass, man.
It's got a nice texture.
It
looks great. It's got like a translucency underneath it.
Yeah, dude. I was like super impressed with that.
7 hearts saved. So I'm gonna be honest. I never really liked the combat of 1, and I never played 2. So this is like. Oh, that's nice. This is a big question mark for me.
There's a lot more to combat than in number 1. Okay, so
I think they're like spotting a
I wish
area.
we were playing with like the new ray tracing stuff that came out.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be that much of an effect on this game.
Just for that mirror, dude.
Yeah, true. It's stronger on curved mirrors.
So this is like a little bit of
all your
an
memories.
interesting take on like the traditional opening.
Well, if you're you're a developer, what are you trying to achieve with this?
Nostalgia.
Yeah, I think so.
You're 100%. You're like trying to evoke those like nostalgia feels from people who haven't played this game in like 10 years.
But let's be real. There's even more people who played the first game and never finished it. So
that is very true.
if you look at all these things that they're picking, a lot of them are early in the game.
yeah,
Like that, him fighting Riku, that's quite late.
that's
King
that's
Mickey.
very late.
What do I desire? So I'm guessing. So generally, if you're a game developer, if you set someone up, the middle thing is what you want them to choose, right?
Yeah.
I've got to actively like choose to look here or here. I don't know why I would want this. There's not a lot here. I don't know what I get out of this. Like,
So I
guess friendship is the strongest power.
Well, see, I actually try to figure out like
What they are.
what they were, and then like even you walk up to them and just like straight up tells you.
Does it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
What are you gonna choose, dude?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, balance.
Vitality.
So I think it's like strength.
Okay.
It's like power, and that's like
balance. Is
So
it
you wanna
wisdom
be
balance?
So you want to be a spell boy, a smacky boy, or like do you want to have both options available to you but never really excelling at one?
What do you think's more fun in this game?
Okay, so
Actually, what do you think most people are going to pick?
I think most people are probably going to pick like
You just said-
power, like the vitality.
Vitality. Or let's say like you're a person who hasn't played these games before. You have no idea what these words mean. What do you pick? You probably pick balance, don't you?
Probably.
Because you're not sure.
Or vitality, because I think
Vitality.
if you've got some gaming knowledge, that translates into health for most people.
This is such a big game, though.
Yeah.
Like, you want to sell to everybody. There's a lot of non-gamers that, like, play to be with Mickey and Donald.
That's true.
So that's a hard thing to keep in mind with this game.
I was actually, because like with the point you brought up about being set up, how they want you to pick the middle one, I thought it was very interesting because I would have thought that's where you put balance.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think the light versus dark is pretty clear symbolism in the middle.
Yeah.
But I'm a little confused about vitality as like the wording. I think strength would have fit
It
in
could
really
be like
well.
a translation thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost definitely.
So we've got more choices. So far they haven't actually shown us like what the gameplay is, just like the first Kingdom Hearts. So they're making a trade-off. Warrior, Guardian, Mystic. I feel like first time playing the game, you probably don't pick this. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem very alluring.
I think most people probably pick Warrior
Yeah.
just because it sounds cool.
Power of Warrior, Invincible Courage.
Like that's very like evocative.
parody
Like,
seek.
we want you to feel strong, and we haven't even
Yeah.
got you to hit anything yet. Dude, the first like few minutes of this game, the only thing I was thinking of was like fan service, and I'm not even mad at it because it's been a while since you've like been satiated.
Yes. Since you've been fed.
That's it, dude.
So yeah, I think you're right. They're trying to set up the whole memories. You have a lot of memories with Disney characters.
Well, particularly like
and Sora.
number 2. Like I know you've like seen number 2
Yeah, I've seen
gameplay and you know
lot
about
of
number
number
2. So like number 2 is where it first really started to bring like the idea of like memories. I think technically it started with the game that was between 1 and 2, which was Chain of Memories, which literally has it in the title. But 2 is where it sort of became like, okay, this is now a central theme, and the rest of the games to follow definitely ran with that. And this game picks up like as a direct pickup from the latest entry in the series. This is straight after Dream Drop Distance. So I think they do a really good job about that as well.
I think...
Because even if you don't know anything about the previous games, like you sort of get the feeling that like the idea of remembering things or like idea of things that Sora has done is important through this opening sort of sequence as well.
Yeah. So here's something that's interesting that I've sort of seen in this game is the way they try to teach you. This is very PS2 era.
Yes.
This is like you're reading it. I feel like for concepts like mash square or whatever it is to hit them, you probably could just teach that in person. There's a little tutorial button,
Yes.
which is strange.